Aloha and welcome to my garden for June 13th of 2018. The rains seem to have stopped for good, so it feels like it's safe to go ahead and start planting the garden. Having said that, I do have a few things going on here, as you can see. The first of, we've got the longevity spinach. Set it down in a bucket in this large square bed, and it's obviously sprouted roots beyond the bucket. It has taken off and really taken advantage of that rich soil. Got some chard in here, as well as some transplanted carrots. Conventional wisdom is you cannot transplant carrots. Those are transplanted pretty good size, and they're doing all right. Little bell pepper, some Mexican oregano, and then here I've got some Better Boy tomatoes. I've been having a bit of a challenge with the tomato mosaic virus here in my yard. So far these ones are okay, and as you can see, they've got a 10-foot trellis to climb up. So that's 3 grow buckets. I've got the 1/2-inch metal conduit with the foundation wire panels for the trellises, and they slide right over the top of rebar. Here I've got 3 different types of chili peppers going on. In the grow buckets on the left side, we've got the Thai chilies here. This is a small Thai chili. And then down here you can see we have the Hawaiian Nioi chili, another small chili, but this is the Hawaiian chili pepper. And then here we've got the long Thai chili. And the Thai chili plant, the long one, is just packed with fruits right now and setting off more blooms. It is very, very happy. So 1 plant per bucket, and they're doing great. Water them about once every week, maybe twice a week depending. And then over here we've got the avocado squash going up there, trellis. These are square foot beds that are about 4 foot wide. Of course, you got the same standard 10-foot trellis there. And these guys put off a beautiful squash that's tastier than zucchini. Then here are first of the 2 cherry tomatoes that I've got going in the buckets. And like last year, I'm going to have these trellis over the deck here using strings and trellis clips. So that one's planted and still got to come up. This bed needs to be reconditioned. I've got a cherry tomato plant going, which I'm happy with. And time to plant the other beds. Over here we've got some more of the Better Boy tomatoes. These are all direct transplants from suckers that I've pulled off of other plants. So a nice way to get a head start. Instead of putting in by seed or by 6-packs, just use suckers. Works great. Same thing, 10-foot trellis that they get to climb up. Looking forward to getting some fruits off of those guys. Tomatoes are kind of a holy grail here in Hawaii. You can see the foundation wire panels that I've just zip tied on to the 1/2-inch poles. And again, that slips over rebar. Up to the deck with the grow buckets. I've got squash going here in these. Just good old green zucchini squash. And they get just tied onto the stick as they go up. There's little screws on the back of the stick to hold the strings. And you cut off the lower leaves, and they do great vertically. And then in the buckets down the row here with the trellises going up, my standard 10-foot trellises. I've got to replant those, but those are tomatoes there. And then Chanterelle melons in these 3 buckets, and you can see they're just coming up. The little melon starts there. Melons, 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 melons. And then more cucumbers. These ones here are the Summer Dance variety from Kitazawa Seed. I found them to be the most mold resistant for both white and downy mold. So very, very resistant to that. And you can see they're just getting ready to start setting some little bare fruits. Just got some little babies coming out. There we are. And these guys are doing okay. As always with the buckets, you got to fertilize them because, you know, containers, the nutrients get washed out in the heavy rains. But these guys are doing great. These tomatoes trellis really well naturally. You don't have to do much to get them to trellis. They're very happy to do it on their own. And that's the grow buckets. Got one of our little hibiscus dangling here. They've been taking advantage of my compost piles, and they're very, very happy this year. And here you can see the compost, 3-bin pallet system. On the left, we've got some materials that I'm stockpiling. These are donated by a neighbor. This is my current pile that's cooking. It's been as hot as 160. It's down in the 140 range right now. Just added some more material today. And then this is a pile that is thoroughly composted, ready to be sifted and thrown in the garden. Look how fine that is. That is untouched by the sifter. Happy gardening. Aloha.